Welcome to Ladder Hero Tournament, a very cool tournament brought to you and organized once again by Beastie and Whammon over on the Age of RTS channel on YouTube and Twitch. And in this tournament, players will be playing the same maps as the rank pool for the ladder play. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Here we are. So what does that mean? It means we're going to have Cliffside, Archipelago, Lakeside, Dry Arabia. We're going to have Himayama as well available for these players to play on. And I think it's a great idea. Viewers can really relate to these top players playing because they are playing in the same maps as everybody else is playing in the online ladder. And today with us we have Vortix on the color blue of the first game here. Out of a best of 5, he's gonna start with the French, and on the other side it's Corvinus playing in the red as Jeanne d'Arc. Welcome once again to the Ladder Hero tournament. I mean, not top Ladder Hero, just Ladder Hero. We are here to cast the set between Vortix and Corvinus, and thank you for watching once again. So, GD versus French, am I right? We are here seeing basically, it's not a mirror, of course, but very similar playstyles between the civilizations here. Jeanne d'Arc is indeed a variation of the French civilization, but they have certain differences that make the players using those civilizations play a bit differently. So Vortix on the side of the French will have faster villager production, which JD does not have. Vortix does have. JD will have Jeanne d'Arc herself, which will be upgraded, and then Jeanne d'Arc can consecrate buildings to make them cheaper. Not the buildings itself, but the units being produced out of those buildings. So the town center, the school of cavalry, the archery ranges and the barracks, and even the siege workshops can have a discount. And also Jeanne d'Arc herself will be able to fight, summon units, heal units, capture sacred sites, and whatnot. Those are basically the main differences. We have then another small difference, which is the fact that the French get one free blacksmith upgrade when they build a blacksmith and when they jump to the next age. It's the attack upgrade, the melee attack upgrade I mean. And then also the French, both French and JD, they have cheaper economical researches, but the French also has cheaper economical buildings, and those are all the differences, if I'm not mistaken. Then of course Jeanne d'Arc, they have unique units that French don't have, but the landmarks are the same, they work in the same way. And I'll say for early game the main difference will be the faster villager production and the consecration of units. Having cheaper knights can really play a big role on basically a knight battle. It will be knights versus knights, and I think having cheaper knights is just really good. But both players will need to achieve an advantage. It's not just because they have a certain civilization. The goals are very exposed for both players here out of town center range, so it will be very important to defend those knights. Both players edging up at similar times. Corvinus using 3 villagers instead of the usually 2. They want to keep up the pace because Vortix aging up with 5 villagers. He's almost there. Corvinus lacking some food for the first night. Vortix immediately queues up the first night. Corvinus bringing a good batch of sheep back home. No player wins second scout. That's a total of 14 coming in right now. Vortix also got a good amount, not too shabby, not too shy. The scout from Vortix will now maybe go with the knight to do some damage. Corvinus also with the knight in queue. The knight from Vortix will come out first, but Corvinus will be able to defend his gold position, no problem. Oh, by the way, JD is a better villager as well. And the thing is, Jeanne d'Arc civilization will lose a villager when JD transforms into a military unit. And Vortix is already ahead. And then not only JD is losing one villager, they're losing a better villager, a stronger villager. But then, sorry about that, guys. Then Jeanne d'Arc does offer a lot of great bonuses for the civilization. First night out, second night out actually. Where is the first one? Because Vortix has 2 knights. I just see one. Oh, it's right there. Was he looking for professionals? Yeah, he was looking for scouts around the deer. Corvinus did click professional scouts, but only right now. Vortix also only clicked recently into professional scouts. Maybe Vortix just wants to see where the deer is. No, he already had vision of that. He's just checking if there is any like scouts around, so he can start killing them. I don't know. Corvinus still producing knights. Vortix is into now more scouts, and now back to another knight. Corvinus good raid gets 2 villagers on the gold. Very good value from Corvinus, indeed. Lost a villager in return, but Vortix 3 villas ahead. So they're doing slightly better over here. Both players will achieve professional scouts at similar timings. Corvinus only with 1 scout in the map means he'll be way slower bringing the deer in. Vortix taking the deer right in front of his base. It's the most profitable because remember, scouts got nerfed. They walk slower while carrying deer carcasses. So going for the furthest deer pack first, it's actually not very profitable because it will take a long time for you to actually start consuming those deer carcasses and the town center. It's true that Corvinus only indeed made 1 scout, but he's using it and is now getting ahead on the knight count. He'll get 5, Vortix will get 4, and Jeanne d'Arc, which is now Hunter Jeanne d'Arc actually, it can heal the knights from Corvinus. So in a knight versus knight battle, Corvinus will win if they micro similarly because of the healing, and also GD will be doing some extra damage. Of course, we already have Consecration. Another villager goes down. I didn't notice that, but Vortix was able to succeed on the assassination. He might lose a knight here. He might lose a knight there. Oh, Corvinus will lose 1 knight himself. No, good. Good micro. The knight goes away, and he gets a knight from Vortix, and XP for JD. Can get another villager maybe? No, about there? Oh, Vortix and Corvinus here. Great move by the knight. Nice healing coming through. JD can consecrate the School of Cavalry, is not doing so. We need cheaper knights from Corvinus. That will be insane advantage. Knight now facing the knight from Vortix as well. Knight versus knight everywhere. That knight is really low from Vortix. He needs to conserve it and he loses it. Vortix is down to 2 knights. Corvinus up to 4. Oh, but he might lose a knight here. Which is knight. He does indeed. Kind of throws a knight away. He's creating idle time, that's for sure. But he could, yeah, he could keep a bigger knight lead. He's still ahead by 2 knights. Vortix not really able to keep the production. He's on 2 stables right now. Consecration went into the stable for Corvinus. Vortix carrying more deer into the base. But he only got a deer pack. He's now getting the second. So still not a lot of food to work with. Oh. Vortix moving to the gold with 2 towers. He just felt too much exposed over there. Corvinus accumulating knights back home. Oh, this is looking really bad for Vortix. He's only on 2 knights. Corvinus is up to 6. Corvinus does, not Corvinus, Vortix does have double stable, but Corvinus going for triple stable. And more villagers going down here from Vortix. He's still ahead though. I think he's gonna lose at least 1 more villager. The knight kind of stopped to go around the outpost. He strikes one of the villagers. He's now going for the other villager. Oh, when Vortix calls them back, that's another villager down. Oh, but Corvinus also losing some villagers, but he killed so much. JD on the wood line. Knights into the town center. Corvinus kills 10 villagers, but loses JD. Vortix lost 6. He's ahead by 1. But Corvinus has cheaper units now, at least from 1 stable. And Vortix lost all the knights, only up to 1, and it's in queue. The rest of the knights from Corvinus doing chaos everywhere, killing scouts. Could challenge more villagers over there as well. Huge raid on the wood line from Corvinus. Super, super well played indeed. And Corvinus continues to punish Vortix here. He killed another scout. And Corvinus got his own deer back with one scout alone. So, profit. Ooh, 16 villagers on gold from Corvinus. Is that a castle age play? He could start making horsemen just to raid. That would help a faster castle age. Vortix will finish the second deer pack. But Corvinus can now protect, because he has more units, he can now protect the third deer pack that will belong to Vortix, but Vortix is taking the deer anyway, under the nose of Corvinus. Corvinus punishing Vortix once again. Vortix was able to be sneaky and sneak a scout around the edge of the map to bring one deer carcass back home. Corvinus already got chivalry. He's already healing his knights out of service. Huge raid from Vortix. He kills three extra villagers, I believe. He loses another knight. And Corvinus trying to wall. Good idea, but not on time. Vortix also into triple stable, but no cheaper knights. Corvinus indeed has cheaper knights. We have... Ooh, but Vortix has more food per minute. What will be the next... Oh no, Corvinus has a good amount of food still. Some sheep to work with, some deer. Is he taking deer from there? One deer available. Oh, Vortix comes back with another scout. Another deer carcass back home. Beautiful Royal French Knights in the color red, charging down the cliff into the gold of Corvinus, of Vortix I mean. Vortix is completely aware of it. Corvinus on the offensive sees now the triple tower. The Knights dive, they get more villagers. That's a lot of them going down. Vortix still ahead by 3 villagers. Wow, that's a lot of Knights from Vortix, up to 10. Yes, Corvinus has 13, but Vortix lost a lot of knights early on. Incredible comeback. GD is helping around. Is she healing? I don't know if she's healing or not. Do we have the heal, GD? Hello, GD? Ah. No, we don't have the healer. We don't have the Divine Restoration ability available. Vortix going around. Does he... No, he needs to go back and defend. But all the villagers are safely into the outposts now. Vortix will have time to come back, but Corvinus, just too many knights. 15 versus 11. And this is totally the characteristic of these types of matches. Once a player gets the knight lead, it's very hard for the other player to come back into play. The tower is almost burned. Nice charge from Corvinus. He couldn't let Vortix charge freely. He had to recharge. Or charge as well. Villagers still alive, but huge idle time, no gold for Vortix. That's GG, ladies and gentlemen, and it really was. Thank you very much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a like and subscribe. Use the links down below to catch me, Vortix, BC Women, and Edge of the Series on Twitch. I see you on the next time.